Before we keep on going, what are you thinking? You had very interesting facial expressions this entire breakdown. Half smiling, half clapping, half serious, half holding back, half looking confused.
Yeah, that's exactly it.
What?
You described exactly how I'm feeling, like everything at once.
Louder.
You described everything that I'm feeling, like everything at once, so...
Why are you here?
Because I like your fuck what other people think energy.
What's your version of that?
I don't think I have it as much as I would like to have it.
Why?
Well, because I don't really have people around me that are like that. Everybody cares too much.
Me too.
And I feel like it's, you know, like I learned to think like it as well.
What's blocking you?
It is me. Myself.
Why?
You know, because I think I just want to fit in, but at the same time, I don't really like what's around me, so I don't know why.
So when are you gonna pick? Fit in or stand out?
Stand out.
Ooh, but you might get hated on though and judged,
Yes.
pointed at, offend people. Is it worth it?
Yeah, it is.
Show us.
How?
Stand out from this crowd. Oh boy, she's gonna stand out, everybody. Do you want a microphone? It'll stand out even more here. Here, you're gonna show us how you're gonna stand out from this crowd of Finnish people pleasers.
Now, before things start getting intense here, if you're looking to go through a similar process yourself and receive direct feedback from me personally, no matter where you find yourself in the world, then click the link below this video right now and apply for online coaching. This is my signature program, so click the link and I'll see you in there.
Break out. And think ROI. Imagine you break out and you're this expansive, real version of you. How do you think that'll affect your life? Are you single? Oh boy. Do you, let's just put it this way, the is not a good grounds for a relationship, but are you passionately in love with your partner?
Well,
It's going on YouTube and he or she will watch it. Is he the one? She the one?
She, and
Yes?
I met her like a month ago because I'm an exchange student here. So
But is she the one?
I don't know. I guess it's a month.
Does she know you? Or the good front, the perfect persona that is you?
Yeah, maybe I'm
Ooh.
not
Now-
really honest.
Why?
Because I want her to like me, of course.
Yeah, but I love that. But you're saying, I want her to like me. How will she know me if you're not being real? Now, that doesn't mean she's not the one, to be clear. But do you notice how one anxiety just fucks shit up there? Oh, I want her to like me, but pretend to be someone better or she'll leave you. Poisons your relationships, poison your friendships, poison jobs, expression, money, like so many. Why are you investing so much energy in this anxiety and saying, like, break free? Let's just say she's watching this video right now. Oh boy. What would you say? Where did you lie? And what's scary about being real?
I mean, I don't really think that I lied. I just maybe hold back a little bit.
What did you hold back? It's all you. It's on YouTube. I'm just in the background. I'm like, what did you hold back? What do you want to tell her? Show her the real you. What does that look like? What does that sound like? It's now.
Well, I like to pretend like...
Louder.
I guess, you know, I'm not as strong as I like to
What is her name?
As in myself.
First name.
Sophia.
Sophia? Sophia, she's not as strong as she pretends to be. What else?
I'm unsure about the future.
She's unsure about the future. My God, that's so attractive. Oh God, that's so ugly. Ah, what else?
And maybe ashamed of my past.
She's ashamed of it too. Why do you hide that? Look, no one threw up. Apart from me, and I swallowed it, but I like it. No one threw up. No one is freaked out. Is anyone better or different than that? Anyone not ashamed of their past? Oh. Look, I didn't even raise my hand. We're all ashamed of our past.
Well, but I'm too focused on myself, you know, to, like,
Was it different for you?
yeah, 'cause I'm responsible for me. And it's,
So is everyone here?
I know, but
But
I'm ashamed of my past because,
What did you
I,
do? Oh boy, tell us. Oh man, I want the juice. This is like a Desperate Housewives episode or something like. What did you do that was so terrible that you stand out from all of us? We've all done terrible things.
I just made me feel a little bit like a failure because
Okay, me too. But what did you do?
I've been struggling with school, for example.
Oh, it's so boring. Oh my God.
No,
Give me the juice. What, you've been struggling with school? Oh,
I'm like 3 years behind.
oh my God, that's so boring. You just. That's what you're ashamed of? That was the big reveal? No, I'm behind in school, everybody.
I mean,
I thought you were going to say, like, I killed some kid or some cat.
from my perspective, everyone is doing better than me, so
And you are lucky to live a very sheltered life. Why am I making fun of it? To shame her?
To put it in context.
Bingo. What I'm saying, to be clear, in terms of how you feel about it, it's valid. Nothing takes away from that, and you will have to feel your way through it. But what I'm doing is offering a different perspective and going a bit extreme on it, meaning don't always trust that voice in your mind. The way you talked about this thing you're so ashamed of, putting yourself outside of just you and your perspective in everyone's head, including mine, I'm like, oh my God, she must have killed someone. That's how you were talking about it. And then the big reveal is, well, I'm just a bit behind in school and I'm ashamed of that. Doesn't mean, again, your feelings are not valid. Process that. But there are levels to this. Don't let anxiety twist this thing into this worst case scenario and nightmare. And that's what it does. It spins these stories and it gaslights you. If she finds out that I'm behind in school, oh, she's going to think I killed someone. No. Now, like you said, I want her to love me for me. Show you. How do you feel about her watching this video?
I'm trying not to think about it.
I will find her name and send it to her personally. Here's what I'll ask her. Do you love her? Yes or no? Ooh, maybe it's soon, but do you love her?
Yeah.
How do you feel? Do you see a potential future?
Yes, but also I'm from a different country, so it's kind of,
So?
I don't know, we'll see.
How? Oh, there's some juice.
I mean, I was kind of thinking about moving here, so it's maybe.
Is Estonia that terrible? Oh, no, Slovakia. Oh.
I mean, yes, it is.
It is. In that case, it is. Here's what I'll say. Sure, you can have plans to move, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
But in the end, if you actually value this person, the relationship, let her see you for you, including your insecurities. Otherwise, what are you doing? You are trapping yourself in a golden prison. Anytime you pretend to be someone you're not, even if you think you win in the short term, oh, well, it avoids the tension or having to show my insecurities or whatnot. Look, they like me. Now you are trapped in a lie. As opposed to, this is me, what you see is what you get. No, I don't like the color blue. That's me. Same here. Oh, at times I'm like this. That's me. Now, short term, there might be some tension. That's what we always try to avoid. Avoid short-term tension. But then long-term, peace. As opposed to the opposite. Never trap yourself like that. I always say for relationships, like, did you ever fart in front of your girlfriend? Like a big one, like a oh, I gotta go wipe.
Yeah, even in public.
Good. So you can do that. Why not do that with the rest of you? It's no different. Think of it as emotional or mental farts. We all hold it back. Oh, I'd like the stuff back. And then your entire relationship is mentally, emotionally holding back a fart. Oh, that's hell. Now, publicly, it's great. Look, everyone, I'm with my partner, but I could never fart. Oh, I would take the farting all the time. You kidding me? Personality, mentally, emotionally, physically, take the farting. And that just means fart it out. And don't trust anxiety saying if she hears that fart mentally or emotionally, she'll leave you. Find out. And if she does leave you, then you determine very fast that's not someone for you. Screen sooner. So, to YouTube, to your girlfriend, fart it out. Bigger, louder, a wet, stanky. Now get on the chair. Yeah, oh boy, here we go. Do you commit to being real from now on?
Yeah, I do.
What if she judges you and is like, ugh, I don't like your emotional fart. I don't like your mental fart.
Well, too bad.
That's right. I'll leave you because of that fart.
Yeah, that sounds like someone I wouldn't want to be with.
Okay. That could happen.
Good.
Now, is that good or bad? Say, here, you're being yourself. She leaves you. Is it good or bad that she leaves you?
It's good.
Why?
Because I don't have to waste my time with someone who's like that, judging.
And same for her.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean she's bad, by the way. Don't paint her as the enemy.
Okay.
She just doesn't like the smell of your fart. None of us like the same food. We all have different preferences and tastes. The same for you as a person. There's a certain polarity and vibe to you as a person. If someone doesn't click, doesn't mean that they're wrong or you're wrong. It just means there's no natural chemistry. Same as a fart, whether it's physically, emotionally, mentally. If someone's not okay with that, you want to determine that fast. Otherwise, you're wasting time. And it doesn't mean they're the enemy and there's something wrong or something wrong with you. It's just like, whew, I'm glad we determined that very fast. I hope you find someone whose fart aroma you resonate with, and I hope I find someone whose fart aroma I resonate with too. That's it. There's nothing wrong with that. And you are meant to be rejected by people you don't resonate with. But stop hiding it. And that's the thing, is stop being this people pleaser. Like me, whether it's socially, relationship. Do you love me? Do you love me? Do you love me? Please? It's more so, here is me, take it or leave it. And if you leave it, good. I want to find a win-win, meaning a situation where I can be me and you're okay with me being me. If you're not okay with me being me, it's a lose. If there's a lose in there, it's a lose for everyone. Take it or leave it. And no matter who you are, there's someone out there who loves you. Do you believe me? Do you think there's someone out there in the world who loves you, who will be like, what's your name again?
Nicola.
Nicola, you are a goddess. Do you think someone's out there who believes that? Where if you farted, someone would be like, oh God, Nicola. Yes or no?
Probably.
Probably or 100%?
There is, but the question is if we meet, if I find them in time.
Why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Do you not think there's a ton of people who are into it?
I don't know.
Okay, Nicola, have a seat on the chair. Everyone have a seat, have a seat. I'm going to tell you a story. We talked about earlier today the 3 little pigs. This is another story I've talked about in a couple videos. It's a true story. It's a story about Mr. Hands. Anyone know that story, Mr. Hands? A few of you? Yeah, of course, of course. Have you ever heard that story?
Yeah.
All right, so for everyone, there is a guy named Mr. Hands, and he lived in Washington State outside of Seattle in America. True story, you can Google it after this event. Mr. Hands. And he worked at Boeing, and he had a weird fetish. And just like you, he thought, no one's gonna accept me for me. I have this weird fetish. I always have to pretend. I always have to put on a front, put on a mask, and hide the fart of this weird fetish. What was his weird fetish? Well, he liked to go up to his farm and get fucked by horses and bulls. It's a true story. He had his favorite horse just come out and just fuck him. But it didn't stop there because he was a lonely guy and he didn't like doing that alone. So he went out and found 12 people, 12 guys, who'd go up with him to his ranch and all get fucked by his animals. It's very inspirational. It's going somewhere. So it is a true story. You can look it up. He was working at Boeing, very successful guy on the exterior, but just would go up with all these guys and they'd meet up and they'd all get fucked. And one day his favorite horse fucked him too hard. I know. It's sad. And there was a rupture and there was blood. And all the other guys like, oh my God, Mr. Hands, what do we do? So they drove him down to the hospital, but they didn't want to be involved in all that. So they just kind of shoved him out of the car and drove off. Hospital came out, they're like, oh my gosh, it's like, there's blood. Took him in and he died. And that's how people found out about this story. He's dead. Yes, officially dead. But his legacy lives on, and it's a very inspirational tale that you should think about more often. Would you like to know why?
Why?
And I mean it. This is a tale I will share with my daughters when they're older. Here's the thing. No matter who you are, if you have any fear, any doubt, any worry in terms of, will anyone ever like me for me? I'm so weird. I'm so different than society. I'm just so quirky. I have all these unique interests. Who would ever accept that? Remember Mr. Hands. Meaning, if he can find 12 people to get fucked by animals, you can find one person, just one, who will like you for you. Like imagine God or the universe came and said, hey, you have a challenge. Find one person who likes you for you or 10 to get fucked by animals. If he can do it, so can you. And that's the legacy of Mr. Hands. So together, Mr. Hands. I mean it though. Now, to be clear, for any of you who might be newer to my content, I always use the most extreme, messed up examples that are even kind of like shocking, because you will never forget this. Let it land. You will never forget this. You might hate it now and be like, oh God, what am I doing here? But there will be a time where you feel so sorry and sad for yourself and you're like, no one's gonna like me. And you will have a flashback to this moment. Me fisting Mr. Hands, imitating a horse. And you'll be like, there is hope, there is hope, there is hope. So same for you. If she's not okay with you being you, think of Mr. Hands.
Okay.
Do you believe me now when there's other people out there who like you for you?
I do.
And that's the ultimate frame, socially, relationship, friendship. It's, here is me. Is there a win-win? And if not, all good. But start screening versus people-pleasing and selling yourself and compromising yourself to fit in. Because even though you might think you win, look, I fit in, you trapped yourself in this invisible prison. this golden cage. So shatter it. So final thing for you, stand up into the camera, to YouTube, to your girlfriend, or by the time it comes out, maybe your ex-girlfriend watching. Give her a hand! If you can't be you in a relationship, you trap yourself in a prison of paranoia where you're always walking around on eggshells. As opposed to, what's the ideal relationship-wise? A personal sanctuary. Where it's I can be myself. Like the same way you are by yourself home alone, you should be like that with your partner. Otherwise, why would you want to be in a relationship? Is sex that worth it? I hope not. I mean, it's great, but I hope it's not like I'm going to sacrifice every other second of my life just for that. No. I want a relationship where I go home and I can just like fully be me. Otherwise, screw that. Unless you're in full scarcity, where a part of you is like, this is the only person who will ever love you, so you better suck it up, hold your farts in, walk on eggshells, and get it. No. So great job. And if she's not okay with that, then you determine very fast, we're not meant to be together. But ideally, if you think of your ideal partner, that's someone who's like, hey, no matter who you are, I'm down. Doesn't mean fart on me in my sleep. But our farts, win-win. And same for her. If she farts on you, you fart on her. And that's love.
Now, what you just watched here is just a small piece of a larger system and process. So what you want to do now is click this video here to see exactly what I'm talking about and how it all fits together.